Hi friends, Christine here, and I am so glad you're here because today I'm going to share with you how to make these items: scraps of lace, old doilies, paper plates, paint chips, cupcake tins, some store-bought things like little garland, but really anything you have, and turn it into this. So this is where it all started, making Dresden-style Victorian Christmas ornaments. All right, I made a bunch of them. Why? Because once you start, you cannot stop. So they're big, they're wonderful, they're bold, they're blingy and sparkly and all of that. So I made a bunch of these and then realized, well, that's great and fun, but I know from experience that people who watch my channel tend to prefer projects that deal with junk journals and bookmaking. So I thought, all right, well, I've got all of this. That's great. How can I make this more applicable to the people who follow me? So here's what I came up with. Let me move this. How do we get them into our journals? And we get them into our journals by flattening them a little. So I have, you can see here, a whole bunch of them that I've made, and they're just a little flatter. They're more like collage, but they're using the same materials and they carry the same bling as these larger, more elaborate and intricate versions. So that's cool, that's fine, you say, but what you may not realize is that the cooler thing about these is that they're not permanent. So you can decorate for Christmas. They all come off. They're all movable. Okay, and the little things that hold them on also come off. So let's say you didn't want to decorate that pocket. Let's put this up here. Okay, and let's put a cat, right? Or maybe you've changed the season and you're a dog person now. Put a dog. Anything can go, everything comes off. So everything is interchangeable. And the cool thing, oh, this was cool. I'll show you this. Oop, I'm stuck together now. I don't typically put two magnets together. Let's do this. Let's put this back here. And where's our cat? Well, it doesn't matter. We'll put our angel. But this sticks to the magnet on the other side of this, and you can still use the pocket, and this sticks here. Isn't that cool? So there's fun applications for that. So this is what we're doing. There's going to be two, perhaps three videos. One, I will show how I made some of these guys, and you know, the big elaborate babies, and then this video will deal with the flat ones, the ones that go in journals. And there are a couple of different ways to put them in. This is my magnet version, which I love, and I'll show you how to make the little clasps. And then there's this version, which if you don't want to get involved with magnets, I'll show you how to use a doily to make a fancy little giant paper clip. Or if you want, you can just add a covered paper clip to really any ornament you make, and then move the horse. It will go right in your journal anywhere you want. So we're going to deal with all of that, and I strongly suggest that you do watch the video for the original big ones, because I think you'll get some fun ideas that you can use in your book versions, or you'll do you'll make some for your tree as well. So you can see a couple of them I grunged up, not many, but I did. They're all a little fancy and froofy, and a couple of grungy ones. So I don't show every one being made. I show a couple. You get the idea. It's up to you to sort of spread your wings and explore, because there's so much you can do to make these. You're going to have the best time. I'm so glad you're here. Let's get started. And besides the fun of making them, another fun aspect of this project is collecting the material. Now, I used a lot of just found object stuff. Book pages, here's some music paper, dictionary paper, I used cupcake tins, especially when I didn't want to make a fan of my own. I used this I have some of these little glittery paper cutouts, die cuts, and paint chips that I embossed. Can you see that it's embossed? And this I did a stamp with powder embossing. So to decorate those, make them fancy. Some doilies. I painted both sides, different colors, so I'd have a choice when I was working. It's just regular spray paint. The bulk of these ornaments all use a paper plate, a gold paper plate, that I just took the rim off, and then I could use this for cutting. I used some artificial flower petals. Again, just scrappy stuff. This is like burlap that I spray painted silver. This was an onion bag that I spray painted gold. And I also used it red somewhere. So I used it as it came, right off the shelf, so to speak. And lace scraps, did I say that? And then garland, and I used two sizes. I used regular size, like I have a whole bolt of this. And then I've got some mini, and I used that. And pipe cleaners. Again, it's all about the glitz and the bling. It's Victorian, so we're going to make it sparkly. And it was really easy to like gather materials. In fact, it was so much fun gathering materials, it took like 3 extra days, because it was like, oh, I could use this, I could use that. So go and look around your place and see what you've got. And then for the die cuts, I used one of my kits, but you can use any die cuts you have. And on many of them, I did embellish with sparkles or gold. I'm not seeing anything in here, that I did, but you'll see the finished projects, and many of them had embossing powder that I melted onto them. So that's all there is. So let's go see how much fun you can have with hopefully stuff you already own. Okay, so my goal here is to be as sparkly as possible. So I'm going to add some embossing powder to the berries here. I'm simply going to use this pen and mark all the berries like so, and then add a little bit of red happy holiday embossing powder. And I meant to fold this piece of paper. Fold it now. And now I'll take this off. And I'm going to come in here and wipe off the little bit that we don't want additional. I did not use a static. You know, sometimes I hit this with a baby wipe, or a dryer sheet or a static pouch, and I didn't. So there you can see I have my glitter, basically. And again, I'm just trying to get it off the bird itself. The rest can stay, and now I'm going to heat this up. All right, so can you see that now? All that little happy glitter going on there makes for a super cute ornament. So next, so these, you'll see I've done this to several of my fussy cuts. So you might see glitter on some and not on others. I just sort of pick things out to do. All right, so they're all gonna have little halos. And then feel like I'm going to use silver on this. Whoops. I'm going to take some of this, and I need 2 pieces of paper cut out into a circle. All right. So now, here's my other circle. There's my other circle. So now I need to get a magnet in here. And I want to make sure that the polarization of my magnet is correct for my clasp. To do that, I'm just going to double check with the clasp. Okay. I could also just put a washer there. I do have some somewhere here. And then polarization isn't an issue at all. But I'm not seeing my washers. So we'll use a magnet. So basically I just want to make sure that that's happening. See, it's sticking? So that when I go to put it on here, I put it on the right way so that I can stick my ornament to it. So I know that I want to put it on this way. So I just picked it up, flipped it over, and now I'm going to, probably could glue gun this. I'm just going to put the magnet in like so. And then add the paper. All right. So now, I'm just going to put a little weight on here. And I guess since these basically look the same on both sides, the polarization of the magnet was less important because I could just flip it before I add the bird and the halo. So let's let that dry for a sec. Let's see how we're doing. You dry yet? Feels it, more or less. It's funny, I can't even feel where the magnet is, so I'm going to need the book to tell me. So I want that to be my front and that to be, there we go. All right, so there's the magnet. So now I want to add our beautiful owl and halo. So let's add the halo to the owl first. And we want it a little bit flat, but you know, we want it to have some dimension too. So let's do that. Let's kind of let it still have some ripples as much as it can. Oop, I moved it. There's a lot of glue spilling out right there I'm trying to avoid. All right, and then this is going to go here. We could let some of the red show. Oops, it's not quite stuck yet. Yeah, this is glittery paper. I probably should have used the hot glue, and I still can. It's beginning to dry. So pretty. But I think we'll just add it like that. So not quite in this circle, although we could. I was thinking of actually putting it up a little higher, and I think I will. I'm going to put it up a little higher. So I'm going to put some glue gun on here because I have it. There we go. That should be plenty. I'm going to put this a little higher than the circle, like I'm not lining up the halo with that red circle. That's just the back. So now I can take this off and press it down. All right, so now we have our beautiful angel owl. We're letting his own wings be his wings. And now we can stick it in our journal, just like that. And then, come Easter, take the owl off and put on something else. So, decorating for Christmas. Okay, so I'm going to try a couple of different things here. One is I have a cupcake tin, all flattened out, and I have a doily. So I'm going to fold them in half, each of them separately. Just match up the edges. The center is going to get weird. As you can see, just poke in. And yeah, you just want to get close. So now we have our two sections. So we want to put a magnet in between the doily and the cupcake tin. So So the easiest way to do that is to put it on the doily where you want it, and grab a piece of tape. You could use washi tape, magic tape, scotch tape, something thin. Great. All right, so that's there. Now we are going to put our doily in the middle. And line it up. Perfect. Now we are going to put a magnet on this side. And the easiest way to do that is to use 2 magnets. And then you could line them up. You don't need to put them on. There. Put one there. Put one there. Let that one go there. And now separate them. So we're going to keep the 2 magnets on this side and separate them from the magnet. Easier said than done on that side. So now we can tape this one in place. Just a little piece of tape. Great. So we can kill this magnet or remove it. Gone. We have our 2 magnets in place inside that definitely want to be together. And now we are just going to glue these in. So, where's my glue? So stay within the lines here, the perforated die cut, so that you're not oozing glue everywhere. But put on enough that those magnets aren't going anywhere. So now we are going to put our cupcake tin in and let that dry. But now you can see already we have, move these, that's for the other way. We have our magnetized holder here. And now we could just take our kitty. Remember, she has a magnet in it, so she can only go on one side, because the magnets need to polarize. It's just science. But so there you have it. So now we have this really fancy little holder to hold our decoration. Okay, I'm going to do this one now. And this one I'm going to do a little differently. I want to use these as her wings. And this one is going to be very red and green. Oh, that'll be great, right? So I'm going to put this on. So I want 2 wings like this size, which look like these 2. So I'm just going to cut them. Oh, let's move that. Actually, I think I'll just take the whole thing apart. This little clip-on thing. And just pull this off. And now I can pull this off. And it all comes lovely apart. Lovely apart. So now, which did I say? Let's remeasure. I think it was this one. Yes, that will make a lovely little wing on her. So this one, these 2 look about the same size, wouldn't you say? I'm going to cut them off. There we go. And they're going to be glued right back here, and this velvet shimmers in a really nice way, and it really makes her wings pop. So now, put a little glue back here. Going to just put her on. It's probably melting this synthetic velvet. Definitely oozed out a bit. And it's making it curl a little, but that's all okay. We want a little bit of texture here. here. Put this down. Oh. And put this girl in place. There we go. All right, so now she's happy. Red wings. She's going to look very different than this one. So now we're going to have to find a background for her. So she might be too big for this. I'm thinking she is. But it's very red and green. I think that's kind of what I'm going for here. Let me see what else I have. All right, let's see. Oh, I have this. All right. Ooh, that's asking a lot though, isn't it? I don't know. That's pretty nice, isn't it? So this is simply a doily in which I used embossing powder. And I've done videos on that before. But I'm thinking that that kind of works nicely. I'm a little surprised. I would have thought it was a little bit heavy-handed with all the red, but I'm good with it. Let's try a gold just to see. She sticks out nicely on the gold. But I kind of like this. You know, we're going red and green. So let's do this. This is going to be very red and green. So now, let's see. Do I want to add some green under here? And it's all great, except I feel like this green needs some bling. Like it's flat sitting there. It looks like salad has been tucked in. Well, that's pretty. Let me see what else I do have these little flowers in gold. Do they go anywhere? Not really in the clouds, right? No, we'll save those for other things. And we're not giving her a halo. Do I want more bling in red? Because I have this. So let's see how this all appears if we do it in red. It does stay with the red. I do like it. All right, I'm doing this. I'm doing this. Just gonna cut a little piece of it here, and we're going to put it under the clouds. So I'm going to try to follow the clouds a little bit. I'm not even looking, we're just doing it. How's that? Let's start here. Remember, we're giving it a second to cool off before we jump in. Okay. And now here. Try and kind of keep it. Oh, I just got glue on that one. That's going to be messy at the bottom. A little bit. I felt that happen. It's okay. You do want to be careful of that. This stuff melts a little bit as well. So if your fringe matters, you do want to be careful. Okay, so now we're going here, here, turn it all the way around. There, there. All right, that should be good. And then we trim this off. Yeah, got a little glue there, and that one bent. There we go. All right, so now we've got ultra bling. Everything is blinging, and it's all blinging in red. And I think I'm going to put her lower on here, like so. Oh, lovely. Okay. So now for this, well, I'm going to put it on here, but I'm only going to put it, hold it, I need more glue. I'm only going to put it up on her head because I don't yet want it going all the way through the lace work of the doily. And we could put a little on the wings as well. And I'm just sort of centering it vertically. And there we go. And I do want to get this glue off the front. I'll work on that later. All right, kids, so there's two very different, same artwork with very different feels. This one's very soft and lilac-y, for lack of a better word, and this one is more traditional red and green Christmas. Actually, just red. But now we just have to put the magnets in. Or what we're going to do on this one is put a washer in. So I can show you how this can go anyway. Okay, let's see. So I need two things. I need a washer, ta-da, and I need a circle of paper. So now, something to consider. If I want to hang this in my journal from the top, and I'm just going to do it from the top. You might want to do it from the side, because you could just as easily, you know, attach her to here. And then she comes in from the side, which I do kind of like. Let's do it on the side. I mean, no, let's do it on the top. Just for consistency right now. I do like her there though. So that might change later. So, but what I'm saying is you need to know, you want to find your, and mine's low. Find your attachment, whereas mine is here, and see, let's take her off. Where is it going to fall? Like if you put it too high up, your ornament could hang off the bottom. So it's just a matter of saying, okay, about where do I want this in here? So I'm going to put a piece of tape on this, like so. And I'm going to stick it to the magnet, like that. And then I'll know where I want it on here once I position it. So let's say I want her like that. Now I'm going to press this down, hopefully pick up the tape, and nope, press this down and pick up the tape. It really does work. I probably need a bigger piece of tape. Learn from me, bigger tape, because there's not enough to catch on the ornament. So we're putting the sticky side on the washer. So it's face up and it's going to stick to our ornament. And if it doesn't, we can pick it up anyway. There it is. All right, so that's where we want it. And we know that. We can leave the tape right there. Now we need a circle. So a couple of things. We could add green to this ornament by doing a large circle. And that's kind of nice, don't you think? Oh yes, we're doing that. So I just have this green piece of paper. Okay, now this came off. That's because this doesn't really stick well to the glitter, the embossing stuff, and clearly I didn't even melt it all. But I'm going to just hold it here, put it here, not waste any more of your time. Move this. That's going like that, and then this is going on here. And remember, probably better to do it on here so you don't go through the lacy parts and make a real mess of things. All right, now we're just going to center that like so. And there we have it. Look at that. Is that not great? Okay, so she's done for simply gluing a clip on. Now this is a paper clip that I simply covered with ribbon. And I could put her here like so. And that would hide that, and it would stick out a little bit. Let's see. Again, it's just a paper clip. So we could put that here, and then like so, and then this just sticks out a little bit, which is fine. So that's what we're going to do. How's that? This is decisive, Christine. Ah, there is no such thing. It takes me forever to decide anything, which is why I am the slowest designer on the planet. All right, so I'm gonna let that stick and dry. But that just gives you another way to attach your works of art. We have two different looking ornaments, and they each fasten differently. So this one, where's my little jibber jabber there? Oh, duh, I don't see it here because I'm not looking over there. So what I want to show you is, so this is going to go here, pull it down, great. Now you remember how these guys can only stick to one side. They have magnets in them. So only this one is going to stick to here, right? Is it this one? No, it's probably this one. There we go, okay? And this one, because of how it's polarized, will stick to there. So the fun part is this one, which only uses a washer, sorry, my words are just escaping me, can stick to either side. Let's take this off. So it's going to stick to there or there. Now she sits pretty high up because I expected her to go in a pocket. So let's show you that. It doesn't matter. She's going to stick just fine. And this friend goes just on with a paper clip. And you can stick her in your book or on an envelope or anywhere else you like. But so there's a couple of differences between the two attachments. Doesn't that cry out for decorating? Except you'll never see it. So I've decided to do a dog because we have a kitten, a horse, an owl, all sorts of things, of animals. We need a dog. So I have this cute little puppy here, and I've got a flattened, small cupcake tin. And I've got a doily that I've painted gold. Didn't paint the other side. Shh. I have a little circle that I've zigzagged folded to make a halo, and I have my fussy cut out and ready. So the first thing I'm going to do is a little bit of hot glue here on my cupcake tin, and I'm going to stick right in the center of this. I'm not going to press down the edges too much because I like that fluted look. I think that's centered. Now I'm going to add my halo to my dog, and this is going to be a decoration, an ornament that can go in a journal. So let's see. Let's give him a halo. Cute. And then I think I'm going to just drop it right in here. Now I'm deciding if that's enough bling for the dog. The cat's pretty fancy with lace and glitter, but I think that works for the dog. You know, dogs are not quite as, shall we say, fashion conscious, or I don't know, maybe they're just not into bling as much. So I'm just going to put some glue here and done. And I'm going to keep this looking all like halo. And add that. So now we need to add a magnet, or a washer in this case. I'm going to add a washer so that this can go anywhere in my journal. And so to that, I'm going to need to add some paper on the back. I haven't done much with blue and cool colors, but this doesn't show up as much as I'd like it to. Oh, this is nice. We're going with this. So there'll be some cool blue behind all the warm gold. So now I need a circle that's at least this big. And I'd like it to go up a little further. So where is the ruler? So we're going to make it just short of 3 1/4. Let's see how this works. Perfect. So now I'm going to glue this in, but first I need to add my washer. So that I'm going to add to here. I'm going to put it at the top. Again, I could put it at the side. I'm going to put it at the top. I'm running out of washers. I've been making a lot of these. So this is going to go here, and I need it to go on the paper, not on the lace, because I think that's asking for trouble. So now, knowing that, I want my washer there. Now we don't want to put glue, hot glue, over the washer because it does dull down the strength of the attraction to the magnet. So we can go right around it. Put this over. Press in our washer so that it stays there. And then I just want to make sure it's correct. Okay, so I feel like it's over to one side a little more. And the problem with glue, hot glue, is you really can't change it much, but that's fine. It's beautiful. I know, I don't hold things up enough. So there's all the happiness. And now we'll see it in action in our journal. Here it is. And we can use magnets. So let's use this. Put it here. There it is. Perfect. Wonderful. Stays right there. Or we could put it on the side. You want it further down on the page. And now it's there. And looks beautiful. And then of course the other magnet that we have, I just lost it. What did I do with it? There it is. Take our puppy. Our puppy can come where the owl is. So it can sit on that as well. So you've got lots of options for making really cute Victorian inspired ornaments. All right, so let's see how easy it is to make a magnet clasp. What I've done is I've cut one strip off this decorative paper. This is one of the kits, and I have it, it's about 1.5 inches, I'm guessing, yeah. So I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to fold it in half, print side in. Okay. I'm going to take one side and fold it up. And now we're deciding how big a clasp do we want, and that's plenty big, so I'm going to just leave it there. You can make it shorter, you can make some short, some tall. Okay, I'm going to fold the other side up to meet it so it's even. There we go. I'm going to keep one of these flaps because we're going to use it to reinforce this. So I'm going to just fold it over because this is the fold that's going to go over your book over and over and over. So we want to have that sort of reinforced. And then this side, we are simply going to cut. All right, that's all the hard work. Now we just add our magnets. So the first magnet we're going to add is the one that's on the side with the flap. So to do that, we're just going to put it where we think we want it. Now remember, this is the fold that's going to be over your book. It's this fold here. So I'm just going to put a magnet kind of down toward the bottom and connect it there with another magnet. And that'll hold it in place for us. So I'm just kind of deciding how far up. I think that works for me. And now I'm going to glue this closed. So you don't want to go over your magnet with the glue. You want to leave that clear and open so it has the most possible attraction strength with everything else. All right, and you're going to put glue on that flap and you're going to close it up. It's that simple. Okay, so there's our one side. So now that it's encased in there, we could take the utility magnet off and we're going to put it on the other side. There, just that helps us see where's this going. And now take another one, put it in there. They're all correctly polarized. Okay, see that? We're good. Actually, we don't even need that middle magnet, but it's there for strength. It's going to come off as soon as we open this. And we do the same thing. Yeah, we could have used the magnet we just glued in as the attraction magnet. So we want to go around and around. There we are. And then close. Now we can come in here and take this guy out. We don't even need him. And then just let it dry. And that's it. We could round the corners, and I might on the edge that goes over the book, goes over the page, this edge where the magnets are. But now I'll show you. How we do it. Let's find a big page. Oh, there's one already in. Let's find another page. There's a happy page. Just going to put this in anywhere we want, and it sits nicely on the page. Gonna get our puppy. Puppy goes there. Angel goes there. We're all good. Oh, sorry. Can you even see this? Angel is here. Puppy is here. Or you can change them around. Angel there. Puppy there. It's that simple. So let's have some fun decorating your journal.